Guys, and thank you for tuning in with me, your girl Zesty and the Zesty Pooh crew. So today I'm making some garlic bourbon brown sugar chicken breasts. I am going to use McCormick as my base, and basically I'm just going to follow the directions on the back. Yeah, you just add 1/4 cup of oil, 1/4 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and then you add your meat. I've been using McCormick for a long time. I just love McCormick. I like the way you can use it as a base. And like I said, I'm still going to make a bourbon garlic glaze to go over the chicken breast. But this McCormick, I'm telling you, it highlights it. It gives it a different kick altogether. So basically, this is what you get. And then, you know, you just serenade your meat. And I would say 30 minutes minimum. So that way, it can, you know, set those flavors in. And I'm going to add some garlic powder. I'm going to also add some onion powder as well. And feel free to use, you know, if you want to use it, you can. It's optional. I love garlic powder and onion powder. I feel like it's the base to everything I cook just about. And I'm just going to get in there. All right. Yeah. It smells so good, too. Y'all got to get up on that McCormick. I'm telling you, it can make simple meals turn into gourmet meals easily. So what I'm also going to make with this chicken is a whole head of cauliflower. And I've already washed it, and I'm putting it in my cast iron. And it's okay that a couple of the little flowers fall off. Just try when you cut it. Make sure you just cut most of the leaves and let half of that big stem. But you want to keep your flowers together, because if not, it'll cook too fast. And we're going to cook this covered, so you don't want the flowers falling off and then it get mushy. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a basting sauce to this. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to chop up some garlic. I'm going to say probably about like 3 or 4 cloves of garlic for the cauliflower butter sauce. I'm cutting up more garlic because I'm going to need some fresh garlic for the chicken. So I'm going to say for the chicken, probably go with about 5 or 6 cloves of garlic. Because I like the garlic to shine through with the chicken. It's going to be bomb.com. Oh, and I have decided that my new slogan is going to be, yeah, baby. From now on, that is what I'm going to do. Because you know what? I was walking around the house this morning, and I told my husband, I said, you know what? I like that. I think it's got a catch to it. And you know what? When you're feeling down and blue, just try it when you're in the house. Just say, yeah, baby. And just keep saying it until you feel better. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. All right. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to make a little butter sauce to baste the cauliflower with. And what I'm going to use is I cut up about a clove or 2 of garlic, fresh garlic. And I'm also going to use some of the minced garlic in the jar as well. Probably about a tablespoon of it. Because I'm going to have to baste it twice. And I'm also going to add about a half pack of Italian seasoning, which is this right here. And when I put it in the oven, I'm going to put it in the oven on 350 for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to baste it with the rest of it, uncover, as well as put Parmesan cheese on it. So I'm not going to melt it all the way. I'm going to leave a little chunk of butter in there. So that way I'll make sure I have enough whenever it's done. So if you hear sizzling, it's only because it's sitting on the eye. So basically what you want to do is you just want to take your basting brush and you just want to baste it just like so. And you only want to use half of it because the other half is going to be used whenever you uncover it. So I'm going to put this in the oven on 30 minutes and we shall be back. So it's been 30 minutes and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to baste the rest of that butter sauce that we made earlier onto the cauliflower. I have cranked up my oven to 450. So you want to get in there. And this is where I'm going to add that Parmesan cheese after I get all the butter sauce on there. And you only want to keep it in there for another, I'm going to say about 10-15 more minutes, because the cauliflower is tender. And now I'm going to add that that Parmesan cheese on there. And I just have the sprinkled Parmesan cheese. And what you want to look for is to get it that brown color. We'll come back whenever 10-15 minutes is up on 450, guys. All right, so this is what the cauliflower looks like after it's done. And if you want, you can reinforce even more flavor by taking a butter runoff and just kind of dab it a little bit. This is gonna be so good with that chicken breast, y'all. So now what I'm getting ready to do with the chicken is I am just going to pan sear it on both sides for probably about maybe 3 minutes on each side. What I'm trying to do is just brown them. So I'm starting off with a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of olive oil. I think that these two components always help me to get that crust that I'm looking for. You shouldn't have no problem if you utilize the marinade, because it naturally forms a crust on it. It's pretty good. Yeah, baby. So let's let this heat up. So, all right, we're getting ready to go ahead and plop these babies. Don't overcrowd your pan. I'm using a cast iron, and I still don't want to overcrowd it because the crust you're looking for will not form. It'll more so steam the chicken. I believe I'll be able to fit all my chicken breasts in here. Yeah. And we're gonna let them cook for probably about 4 minutes on each side, maybe longer, because I have my pan it's kind of tight in there. It's not overcrowded, but it's tight. So I'll probably give it about 4 or 5 minutes and we'll see. All right, so it's been about 4 minutes. This one is kind of butterflied, which I didn't realize it. It's okay. Because this is the thing. I'm not trying to get these chicken breasts done. They're going in the oven. I just want them browned a little bit. And if you ever have this issue, for those beginners, what you can do, you can literally just cut it apart. And these are going to be going in the oven, and we're going to make the glaze and the onions to go on top of it anyway. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want to lock in that flavor. All right, I think this is enough time. We've had about 4 minutes on each side. We are not going to clean this pan out. This is going to help with our glaze. So we are going to make our brown sugar glaze right in the same pan. So what I'm going to do to start off the glaze is I'm going to add my garlic. I have probably about 4 cloves of garlic. These are bigger cloves, so if you have the smaller garlic, you might want to add a couple of more. Depends on if you like garlic. I like garlic. And then I also cut up an onion, a small onion, just because I like onion on this chicken. And I'm just going to saute it until it gets a little soft. Not soggy, just, soft. I'm going to add a little chicken stock, so that way my garlic won't burn. I'm going to say about 2 teaspoons of chicken stock. Don't go overboard. You don't want it to be runny, because remember, this is a glaze. So before I add the brown sugar, I'm going to put a little garlic powder in here. And I'm also going to add some chili flakes. I'm going to say about a teaspoon of red crushed chili flakes. just to give it a little spice. You don't want it overkill, but I like a little spice. And I'm also going to add some paprika. And like I said, this is all before I put in my brown sugar. And we're getting ready to get that rocking and rolling in just a second. I just want to get some color to these onions. So now I think I'm going to heat it with just a tad more chicken stock. Probably about a tablespoon. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because once I add this brown sugar in there, it's going to thicken it up. And I'm going to start out with about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. And taste it as you go, because I like mine sweet, but I don't want it overkill. So I always start out with 3 tablespoons. And you know, you remember we have that marinade on that chicken, the McCormick. I'm sorry, I'm losing everything over here. So you see where I'm going with this? See that color? Now it's going to thicken up and turn it into the glaze. Oh, yeah. This is going to be flavor time. So I'm also going to add, I'm going to add a little nature seasoning on here. Hit it with a little of that. Not much. Because I like the sweet, salty flavor for those of you who are not used to my favorite seasoning. And this is where I'm going to taste it. Let's see. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning salt on there. Because that 3 tablespoons is sweet. Get another spoon and taste it. And like I said, if you like it like that, go ahead. Just remember, when you put it in the oven, it's going to caramelize. That's perfect. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, baby. Now, I'm just going to spoon it right over the chicken. And when I put it in the oven, it's going to be uncovered. And I'm probably going to put it in there, I'm going to say on 350 for probably about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to eyeball it until I get to the color that I want. And everything that's in this pan, you want it to go in that, in the casserole dish. You want to make sure you get it all. This cast iron is heavy. All right. Every nook and cranny. So now we're going to put this in the oven. Uncovered. We're going to start out with about 15 minutes on 350. And like I said, I'm just going to watch it until I get it to where the color and everything that I want it. Because I know how I like my stuff to look. And you do it according to how you like yours to look. We'll come back. So this is the color that I'm looking for. I just took it out of the oven. It's bubbling, baby. All right, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Look at that chicken. It's hot. Those onions are caramelized. I put a little parsley on it. There's that cauliflower. Take a bite. You want a bite? All right, y'all. With that being said, I want you guys to continue to love out loud. Continue to love yourselves. Continue to take care of each other. I know these are hard times. These are trying times. But please, by all means, continue to love out loud. I love each and every one of you. And with that being said, I want to leave you with a little something. This quote says, always remember, God will never take anything away from you without the intention of replacing it with something much better. So keep that in mind, guys. If you got lost, if you losing something, sometimes you have to open your hand to release the dollar bill so you can get $100 bill. Sometimes that's how it works. And sometimes you just need to sit still and trust the process. Until next time, y'all. Love out loud. I love y'all. Mwah. Yeah, baby.